Hello?
No, they couldn't.
Are we
hear
not?
you. We are now.
We're not live yet?
We are
Okay.
now.
So what's up, Takal? What's up, West Coast Finn?
Hello. Hi.
There's a pulse out here.
I
There's
know,
a young
right?
out here.
Right?
I know.
I mean,
Ruin is out here
Again.
just vibing.
again, not to beat a dead
Young
horse.
M.
Not to beat a dead horse, but I mean, oh damn it! I am gonna have to beat that dead horse because yes,
I mean,
news
something-
came in today from Twitch. Oh man, I can't wait to talk about that too.
I wanna say something, and that something that I want to say is, like, I'm spiteful. I shouldn't say that.
But why? I mean, what will happen if you do?
Well, I mean, nothing except that y'all are just gonna look at me like, "Why are you being petty?"
I mean, I'm looking at you. Why are you not?
Y'all could be kicking it anywhere in the world with any stream in the world, but y'all said no.
Well, on that
We'd
note,
rather be in places where the content and moderation policies make sense, and for that, we'd like to say thank you.
hey. Yeah, on that note, what's good, everybody? It's your boy, Marcus of Majorlytics. Twitch.tv/Majorlytics. And it's time once again for another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays. Yes. I mean, is it the food? Like, what's going on? What's with the head motions? I don't know. I'm joined this week and every week by Kevy Kev. It's your boy Kev in the building.
What's good, everybody?
Also joined by head motioning, head shaking, food eating, and Sinziak in the building.
Brought to you by the Demon Sweater.
The Demon Sweater.
That sweater. Is that Jujutsu Kaisen?
So no, it isn't, but I mean, it could be, right? I know exactly what you're talking about, and that's genius.
Remember, hey, if you would like to see that Weebcast, that monthly Weebcast, let us know. We put it on Patreon.
Oh, I'm down to clown for that.
Patreon actually has, that little plug-in with Spotify now, so it'll be easy to put podcasts there. If you sub, I'll make it dirt cheap too, just for $1. You can get that podcast. I don't care.
For $1.
For $1.
For $1 a month, you get the Weebcast.
Yeah. How that sound? Yeah.
Major said we can get you right.
Yeah, we get you right, you know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about some anime. Just
True deal.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. We're not gonna hey, everybody out there listening, we're not gonna hold you. It's about to be Gundam though.
It will be for the first part.
For the first part, yeah.
For the first part. That's how it all started,
Yeah, we might talk a little bit about Hunter. We might talk a little about like Hunter x Hunter. Might talk a bit about like Jujutsu Kaisen. Might talk a little bit about certain parts of One Piece.
And maybe like a different series a week. Not like we're gonna watch a whole series, but just cover it. Like it'll be almost like, hey, let's teach Major anime again.
Yep. Legend of the Galactic Heroes. Because I think Major, I think you might like that one.
I love the anime. I was like, I'm okay.
Yeah, it's that I think it's like Dinu These, not Do These. Yeah. That. Me and the homies are rewatching that again, and when I tell you, slaps.
Oh, my nose is just so much. Damn.
So in the turn of events, hey Major, tell us about that fresh cut you got this week.
Oh yes, hello, hi. I told y'all at the end of the show last week that I was going to get the detox, the retwist. I also got that haircut too. So I'm gonna take the headphones off so that we all can see it. Just oh my goodness, look at this. Just look at this. It's just so great. You see the hair so long now. It's so long, and I love it.
Major is giving Wakandan Royal Guard right now.
I love it.
He'd be like, "What?" I'm like I say, Major is about to stare at like M'Baku. It says, "Watch your tone, Jabati."
But yeah, Monday finally was able to get the hair detox retwisted. And like I knew it was long enough to pull back so I can get the hair out of my face, because as y'all know, like leading up to last week, like you can sit and watch me on any stream and I'm like just ducking locks in my headphones to keep them out of my face. But yeah, like they were long enough to put back in this little ponytail or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, you know what? I have some time. I got some extra time, and I've been working on this Uber joint. I got some extra money too. Let's go get a haircut while I'm at it. So I did it all. I did it all.
Come on, Major Payne.
It felt so good though, and it felt so good too. When I logged on to Street Fighter 6 today, so I bought that for the tournament we're doing next weekend. Bought Street Fighter 6, loaded it up, and it was so great to see my hairstyle represented in the video game for once. Because now I have one of those default black man hairstyles. Locks into ponytail.
Mate, please.
And it was great. So this me right there. Oh no, there will be no mods. No, we don't do that. I'm not gonna do that.
Wait, what are we talking about out here?
I have no idea, but I just know there's not gonna be any mods on it. I don't know what it do or what it don't do.
Major said, and we're not gonna find out.
No, we're not. So yeah, that's one thing I had going on this week. So yes, I'm looking nice, fresh, love it. And because of the fact that, yeah, without any jobs to go to during the week, I can actually kind of get this done more often. So hopefully we'll be seeing Fresh Major from here on out, unless nobody needs a ride anywhere or I get a job. But I doubt people aren't going to need rides.
But you're going to get a job, though.
I mean, Uber is nice.
But Steve, though.
I mean, I don't know, it seems like he's got his hands full right now.
Oh no, he don't got his hands full. He done unfold them hands. He dropped the smoke and keep him up. His hands is free. He said, look, he dropped his ether, and then he dropped all the receipts, and he said, cool, I'm good with it. I might bring it up every now and again, but I'm good. Back to these benchmarks. Let's go. Let me add this man out. Let me cook this man real quick. I'm gonna talk about it in the news roundup, and then we move on to the benchmarks and these Alienware builds. We good.
Y'all want to talk about that real quick for the studio audience at home who may not be aware of what's going on?
So you want to start off the news with the huge one as to not bury the lead.
As to not bury the lead.
Okay, well, I'll move it up.
Yeah, might as well get out the way.
Yeah, because then at that point, if this takes 2 hours, yeah, we might as well just call it a show. Not that I like to celebrate people's demises, but yes, I do have a certain level of schadenfreude for white folks who fuck around and then find out.
Mm-hmm. I don't celebrate people's downfall, but I definitely be yelling, "Don't be like this man!
Don't
you see this man? This man could have shut up and ate his food, but no, he popped off, and don't pop off either. Learn from this man's mistake. Don't be like him."
And of course, that man we're talking about this week, heading off the tech news by way of an audible, Linus Sebastian and his Major, don't double and triple down. Wait. What am I doubling and tripling down on? What are we doing? I don't know. I feel like the low latency chat isn't working for me. I don't know.
No,
Just warning me ahead of time. For what though?
Kevin giving warnings about like don't be like that man. I'm just saying, like you're getting like warnings from the ancestors.
Oh, so for when Major's house actually takes off or Major's house media takes off, don't be like this dude.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah, don't.
Like I think if Major's house ever pops off, it like even remotely near where LMG took off. Look, can I find a CEO immediately, please? This seems like a lot.
CVO. That's funny. Still funny to me.
So yeah, Linus Tech Tips pauses production as controversy swirls.
Yep.
Which started as criticism over errors in recent YouTube videos, which again, keep in mind, that is all this was.
That's all that was.
This is all this was when it started.
All that was.
Has escalated into allegations of sexual harassment, prompting the company to hire an outside investigator. Like, to go from, man, you being lazy as shit, covering tech, to, yo, I left LMG because I was being harassed and everybody was like, put on your big girl pants and shut the fuck up.
You see, this is why you don't start with people.
People out here got receipts. I don't understand what people telling them.
It's just. So it looked like cool. The call wasn't late. I gave him the heads up, and honestly, look, to be fair, I put this at the end of tech just so I can make sure that Takal was gonna make it. But he made it at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So we had conversations on this Matrix server that nobody knows about but the two of us.
Yeah. Just the two of us.
Now, Major could fix that and might, during our commercial break, but who knows?
I mean, I posted a link to it like when I launched it, but nobody used it, so it's fine. It's fine. I mean, it's just matrix.majorshouse.com. Takal says, what gets me is that I was off LTT and LMG content for like 7 years running now. I knew nothing about this until GM posted the initial video. I mean, same here. Like so I would say that I stopped maybe just before the pandemic. Like back when I was putting YouTube videos on my Plex server, like when I started doing that, LTT was in the rotation, but then it just got really cringy and I just stopped. I was like, I can't deal with the cringe.
I stopped somewhere around about, I think when they broke that iMac Pro and then tried to put it back together. They took it apart for a teardown and then they broke it, but then they broke it on camera. I mean, you literally see the bzz when it happened. It would literally shot sparks. How the fuck do you do that?
I mean, I feel like that's the easy part. The thing is like then getting mad at Apple because they would not give him the parts to fix it.
As you just made a video of you tearing it up, it's like, how can you say I'm voiding the warranty? I just made a video voiding the warranty. What's the problem? I know I could buy another one, but why would I? And because
it's like everybody would have been on the side. Like if it broke of normal use, then hey, I would want to repair it. But no, you tore it down, broke the warranty, broke it, and then expect somebody to fix it. And then all of a sudden, like, hey, right to repair, guys. Like
right to repair, guys. That should be a thing, guys. What? That should be a thing, guys. And it's more like That would be true. That is true. But you took it apart. You took it apart, whole ass apart.
Like that shit was new, working.
Like it was new and functional, and you took it apart and you broke it, putting it back together. Maybe it seems like you just don't know what you're doing. And then it's just some weird cringy videos of my man out here saying like, yo, let me see if I can make my own heat sink out of a solid copper block or a solid block of aluminum and slap it on the thing. And it's like, can that cool it? And then it's just like the weird like product placement and like you hawking your own shit, which I'm all for you hawking your own shit, but you're hawking your own shit aggressively. You're like almost Billy Mazing that shit.
Well, isn't he selling was selling like an $80 screwdriver?
Yeah, the screwdriver. Oh, he's still selling the screwdriver.
Which, I mean, an iFixit toolkit with like everything you would need and more.
Probably less than
costs like 60.
Yeah, it's like, so it's kind of like you're literally just out here selling a screwdriver that has a decent enough balance with it. Oh, and then a backpack, and then like them expensive $50 water bottles. And I'm all about you getting your coins, but I mean, bro was out here hawking stuff when he said he was hawking water bottles when he was trying to get his like when he was stepping down from CEO, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? So anyway, yeah, I pretty much officially stopped support up around that. Every now and again, I might catch a video like when the shenanigans happened with him with his company with his thing being hacked, and he walking out here bookie buck naked, and I'm thinking like, why do we have to see that though in the video? So,
but yeah, so to go back to that video though, like what kind of kicked everything off. So Steve Burt of Gamers Nexus, hometown YouTuber, kind of went on a little tirade, and I want to say it was because of like a comment that was made during a tour of a facility that they have that's supposed to automate testing. And they kind of made a snide comment that our testing procedures are the best in the business. They're better than anybody else's. Which he didn't, like the person who gave, because it wasn't Linus who said it. It was just one of his employees had said it.
Dude. Yeah.
One of his employees just said it off the cuff, didn't name any names. I think it was Harbor Canucks, if I'm not mistaken. Who was it? Somebody went on Twitter.
You talking about that bald dude with the white shirt?
Oh no, somebody went on Twitter to say, like, to call him out. Initially, there was more words kind of said back and forth, and that's when Steve was like, okay, all right, you know what? Bet, I got you. Here come the list. Here are the receipts from their own channel of the mistakes they made. But then, like, not only that, it's pointing out that, hey, they make the mistakes. Apparently, they have a feature on YouTube that allows them to re-upload YouTube videos using the same link so 1 million people can watch the mistake. They can fix it, replace it.
Yeah.
And then like everybody else sees the replacement and doesn't prompt the people who got old information to go and check out the new shit.
Right. There's no like video that says like, hey, like, you know, like a oopsie or, you know, mistakes video. Like, okay, let me talk about, we discovered some things in post, and then we tried to, you know, fix it in post, but we didn't do our due diligence to like add like an editor's video, because some of them would, like the way Steve was talking about, the thing that Steve was talking about, they would go in and say asterisk.
It was something in the video, but it did not highlight. Like there was no way of knowing. Now,
right.
I can give a pass on that because a lot of YouTubers do that. I am notorious for doing that because I said something in a video. It was like, I don't have the time to go reshoot this.
Right.
Because it was like one word mistake in a long sentence.
Yeah.
So I'll put an asterisk because I'm assuming somebody's watching the video and not putting it on in the background.
Right.
So I will give that a pass. But what it is like, hey, you have other options, which is one, re-upload the video with the right shit.
Right.
And use a different URL. That way it would notify people, hey, this is actually the real thing. And we put in the edit that says, hey, this is right. Or if you're going to put a comment, if you're going to make the comments like what they usually do. And I'm going to say for the latest one, they put in a comment, but did not pin it.
Right.
So it wasn't at the top of the video saying, hey, we noticed this issue.
Or
this is what we meant. Please, hey, do accordingly. They just kind of posted it and it's like, we hope this gets buried with everything else.
Right. Or, take time within like your own podcast and say, hey, here's some things we've noticed we've gotten some comments and concerns about a video that we had. Let me take this time to fill in the record on my show, or take a time to do a talking head video with you yourself being the boss of the company, which you have the time to do, and say, hey, we heard your concerns, we heard what you said. Let me just break down a little bit of what happened and stuff. There's a channel that I watch like daily, like not daily, but like regularly. It's called Extra History. And Extra History, they do like their episode, they do like their weekly series where they basically break down, historical thing or whatever. And at the end of their series, they do what's called a lies episode, where they go back where they misquoted something, or they said something in the video that wasn't, that we found out like days later than it was actually this. So it gives us the opportunity to kind of like clear the record on what happened in a season or a series of videos. So it gives the viewer the ability to like go back and like set the record straight. Actually, we didn't mean he had these sandals on. He actually had these sandals on. It was this cloak, not that cloak. He was talking about this person, not that person. So it allows people to engage with the videos as is, but then also go back and like go and watch the live video for all the things that they kind of messed up on or flubbed lines on, that they realized days later after they made, a week later after they finished the series. So it's something to kind of help them clean up things. So I feel like that, you at this big organization, video group company, could take time, at least some time, and be like, hey guys, or slow down the production schedule so that they can so that way we can check and double check our math, measure twice, cut once, so that when we make this video, we can make this video right, and knowing that we have our information, under wraps, under control, as opposed to being like, throw videos out there, like hot and ready pizzas at Little Caesars, like,
not hot and ready at Little Caesars.
That's pretty much it. Y'all out here slinging these videos out like y'all got a quota to make, which y'all are the big game in town. Why y'all can't take the time to make these videos right? And you talking about journalistic integrity, but y'all out here slinging videos. Y'all out here slinging videos like it's like McDonald's hamburgers. Like, what you doing? Like, take the time. Take the time. Take the time. Go to like 3-4 videos a week if necessary. But take the time with it. Make the content right. It's so weird though. what Young says. It's like they're crunching, and it's like, but management is already making them crunch. It's like you don't got to crunch. There should be no crunch. You have you have a good amount of employees. Diversify that diversify. Spread it out. Don't be so in a hurry.
So like Steve also kind of showed, like they did like an AMA type thing where it's like, well, not really an AMA, but like, hey, what could we do better video?
Right.
And they all, even Linus himself said, hey, we could slow down.
Right.
And mind you, when he hit with back-to-back clips of like 5 people from that group being like, we could use more time.
And it's my guy, you are like, this was still, I think at the time of CEO for him.
Yeah.
You are the boss.
You're the boss.
Why didn't you slow the fuck down?
Right.
You said it was going too fast for you. Why didn't you slow the fuck down?
And even the fact that he's not the CEO, he's still what they call like that chief video officer or whatever. He's still running the content. The CEO guy is just running the business side of the business, like making sure them backpacks get out, making sure them, he's like basically that basically frees Linus the ability to make content and run the creation side of it, the benchmarking side of it, the video assessment side of it. But it's really just it's like you're still the boss in that respect. You don't have to make all these videos, my guy. You don't have to be in a rush for that. You can chill.
Yeah, he's a CVO.
CVO, I guess that's Chief Video Officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even, like, so this is all technically all happened, and they have not even had the time to put their, Chief Vision. Okay, that works.
Oh, okay. Still stupid.
So it's like, there's still no CEO.
No, because CEO is just on the business side of everything.
But what I'm saying is, like, if you have your CVO and your CFO and your COO, why is your CEO not here?
Yeah.
This is Linus Media Group, not Linus Tech Tips. So they fucked up, and like they still ain't had time to put the damn CEO on the damn website.
And that was weird. and that was weird. And that was a while ago. And you couldn't add him to the WordPress account? Like, you couldn't add his picture to the WordPress, to Squarespace?
I believe the thing that Kevin would say here is just like, are you not embarrassed?
Are you not embarrassed? Because this is embarrassing. Like, and you got all these people. Why are we rushing like this?
Like y'all are like y'all are a AAA development studio or something like that. My guy, slow down, please.
That's why I'm like, that's why I be sitting up here and I'm like, I look at the small but big channels, tech channels, and we talking about like Paul, and at the time like Kyle and Hardware, Steve, the two Steves. And like I know Gamers Nexus don't got a third of what he has. Probably has a third of what he has.
Yeah, I know there's like hundreds of people who work for this company.
Yeah. So I know him. I know.
I'm not a Hurricanes fan.
Awesome. He's got two. Like I said, he's probably got like a third. Steve's probably got like a third of the employee base that he has, but you don't see Steve out here flocking moves, like just hawking videos to the masses like that. And sometimes I'll be like, Steve, I think you need to cut these videos down because it's a little too long. How will I know
if Linus drops a new iPhone if they don't publish day one? That's funny. I mean, both your average consumer and MKBHD do it day one.
They do it day one. Like, and their videos are credible. What? And they again, a tenth, not even a tenth.
I mean, to be fair, they're all he is covering, like both of them cover mainly consumer tech and not like gaming hardware and doing
which
actual
is
benchmarks.
Which is true. Yes. But again, they don't have a tenth of the. They don't have a tenth of the thing. And Judd is a whole father. And somebody doing it in his basement. I'm surprised Austin James was not there hawking phones with him. Like, my man needed help. But that's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of them don't have the levels of with Paul, it's just Paul and him and his wife. That's it. And an editor Joe. I think with editor Joe. I think so. I'm sorry, man. Sorry to that man. But yeah, again, you don't see these people out here hawking out videos. They make videos when they can. And they do well.
It's not so much like making videos when they can, but they schedule out, they know what they can do and make sure that their videos are quality given the amount of staff that they have. Like, I mean, you can go to like the studio, like MKBHD has like what, 4 channels now?
Yeah, and a podcast.
I'm including that one. MKBHD, Autofocus, Waveform, and Autofocus.
Yeah.
And yet, like, they're able to get those videos together, and like, the shit's there. Now, granted, I have my gripes with whatever MKBHD says too. Like, to listen to them, like, again, because just capitalism and just sucking at the teat of Elon Musk, or excuse me, Musky Musk.
And Zuck.
Yeah, Zuckerberg. Like, they are just so wanting to be so close to fucking Silicon Valley. It makes no fucking sense how deep they fucking go. But it still ain't this. It still ain't this bad.
No, it's not that bad.
Like, this is gamer where they don't care about Silicon Valley. They just want gaming hardware and shit. I don't know, MKB's. He ain't got no smoke in this.
He ain't got no smoke in this.
Like,
it's
one thing. It's like, yeah, like, okay, I know Linus exists, and I will say Linus in conversation with other tech YouTubers, but he's got no smoke in this. This is like when, you know, I have an opinion about a thing and somebody gets mad and goes into somebody else's Twitch stream to try to cause more shit. I mean, that's just an example. I don't think that's ever happened to anybody here.
Who would do that realistically?
Right.
That seems like weird behavior.
It's just asinine. So yeah, like again, MKBG ain't gotta say shit. His best bet is to not. I mean, there are other things I wish he would talk about. For somebody who loves Android phones, boy, he sure as shit stayed silent about that real tone technology that was in them Pixels. You know, being a black man and all. But hey. So going on further with this video. So of course we talked about the inaccuracy with the testing. We talked about, you know, the frequency of their videos, which may lead to the inaccuracy in testing. However, I think the biggest controversy that Steve did mention in that video was that GPU water block from Billet Labs. That they sent the water block, they sent a graphics card that would work with said water block. Linus said, fuck that shit, I'm gonna use my own. Oh no, it doesn't work. This water block is shit.
Oh no.
Then when Billet was like, yo, we gave
were you talking about water cooling that PS5?
He was talking about water cooling a 4090.
Yeah.
So Billet came back and said, hey, this shit works. You just got to use it with the thing we gave you because that's the thing we tested it on.
Because dimensions.
to where he then goes on again, like Kev mentions his podcast, and I think this is where Ruin was like, don't double and triple down. Linus totally did that. He doubled and tripled down, said, no, your shit's fucking crap. Why would we do anything you say? Because that's not how we do things.
Oh no.
To where ultimately, this water block, which was a prototype sample from Billet Labs, their best one. So again, Billet Labs is giving Linus like preferential treatment here. Gives up. Okay, I need to close Thunderbird.
Wait, what did you have Thunderbird open for?
Well, I mean, it's my emo client. It's always open for the most part.
Oh, okay. I didn't know because I know that it also apparently has like a chat that works with this Matrix server you have.
It does. Quick
so hopefully, so I'm just gonna say, hopefully you will read the chat that I sent you eventually.
I don't see it. Well, I'll have to open that up somewhere. I haven't, or maybe because you haven't tagged me in it specifically, I haven't seen it. But yeah, not only was there a scuffle with this, again, production sample, this prototype of a water block for a specific graphics card that Linus said was shit. He was asked to return it. He said he would, and just like old Cheeto, he sure as shit did not do that.
Not him lying.
Put it on auction, which happened to be caught on video as being put on auction for, get this, Extra Life.
No.
Sold it.
Say he didn't sold it.
Say he didn't sell it.
But he auctioned it.
Yeah, sorry. It was auctioned off. No. And now is working to try to retrieve the sample.
Yeah. A literal prototype of an experimental water block system.
And apparently, according to Billet Labs, this was the best one they had.
Were we truly doing this today?
Yep. I mean,
he comes out and said
out here?
Yep. So he comes out and said, so Linus comes out and says, we did not know this was due to a miscommunication. This was not meant to be put out there. However, again, so many things had to have happened for it to be placed on a table with a label to be sold.
Like, y'all just accidentally, something. Wow, the way that was about to come out.
Ruin, I did not see the apology video. I am not watching anything Linus, so I have not seen the apology. It's like me, if you want me to watch something with Tucker Carlson in it, it has to be wrapped in another video of somebody I want to watch. So thank you, Brian Tyler Cohen, for showing me Tucker Carlson's Twitter video the other day.
Hold on for a moment. Were they trying to, okay, so when you say apology video, do you mean actual apology video? Are you talking about YouTuber plus Notes app plus a camera plus free time?
Probably the latter, because again,
the latter.
Look at him. Just look at him.
I haven't seen him. I don't know what this man looks like. I'm sorry to that man.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else was there? I think that was it. I think that was it from Steve's video. So
that was it from Steve's video.
Kicked it off.
Right.
Okay, wait. All right. So here it is. It was all of the management and CEO trying to say they would do better, but they also explain how they fucked up with the block.
They ether it out here, Lord.
Would you say you are a multi-million-dollar appraised company? Where somebody, according to you, quoted you that yours was $100 million a video, and I mean for your company, and yet you couldn't figure out, hey, maybe we shouldn't like put the billet thing, the water block, on the sale. Maybe we shouldn't do that. Like I would have kept that thing in a bin somewhere in that like Ark the Covenant storage room from whatever. I'd have done what I needed to do, but what I would not have done, what I could not have done, is sold something that wasn't mine to sell, to auction.
Why is
Oh wait, and then not. I'm sorry, oh wait, hold on, but then not doing that.
I have a question that's unrelated, and I need to get this out. Why is Instagram now letting me know when people go live on Instagram?
I don't know what to tell you.
That's never been a thing before, and
Is it for someone that you follow?
It is.
That's probably why you might want to check your notifications.
I hate this.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't. But like I say, I for one could not sit there and be like,
did not post a damn Reddit link in this damn chat.
Get that Reddit shit out.
Whoa. Wow.
Sin.
Look, you could be petty at anybody else. Do not be petty with me.
It's only up there for 20 seconds. It's fine. We got 20 seconds on the clock.
Wow.
Amen.
Wow.
Amos. Wild. But yeah. But that's the thing. That's the thing that gets me though. Like, how do you not be able to keep up with that? Like, did y'all just not care? That I'm sorry. I answered my own question. They didn't care.
They didn't.
They didn't care. That was a rhetorical. But yeah, it's absolutely positively like it's almost like Animal House over. It's like almost like Animal House. Just literally, it's like National Lampoon, like a National Lampoon Broken Lizard shenanigans over there. Super Troopers head ass company that they got.
Not Super Troopers head ass. Not that.
Yeah, like I mean, it's like, what are we even doing out here? What are we even doing out here in these streets? Because it's like, and then for you to like give us video of you being bucking naked in a trying like, oh, I was hacked, but I was sleeping, so I just got up. And Merge had like the best tweet, the best like response to that, and I'm like, how you a parent and not have a bathrobe nearby? Like, how you not easily accessible to a bathrobe?
So basically, what I'm hearing is y'all call that man a whole liar, not a half, not skim. Whole liar.
I called see, and that's the thing that kind of like, it doesn't really give me I feel seen and I feel slightly vindicated because I ain't never been really rocking with this man for a while, and it wasn't because I didn't know the answer. I knew the answer. I didn't like him, and it's just a matter of, oh, good, look at him being just the same kind of man I knew he was, a whole buster. That's what he was.
So basically, I feel like it's giving the very black ass.
Nothing new here. Nothing new that I see. My man was a whole buster for a long period of time.
I'll take a face bid.
There you go, face bid. Bye.
Okay.
I'd be like, don't you bring that Reddit over here in the boogie down Bronx.
Not the boogie down Bronx, Lord.
Somewhere before June 24th, it seems Billet Labs had informed them originally that they could keep their prototype. Based on an email from Billet Labs to LMG, they were happy to have them to own it for future builds, but once learning that Linus didn't like it, they wanted it returned. Makes sense.
As they should.
Let's see. Billet Labs request for the return of the product to send it to other media and use it for further development. The problem with Linus Tech Tips accuracy, ethics, and responsibility Gamers, I guess this is from Gamers Nexus. Since LTT didn't like it, what do we do now? LMG emails back to Billet Labs. Let me know if you'd like the block back either way, and we can ship it back with the 3090 Ti. Took 1 to 2 business days to respond to Billet Labs, which is not necessarily egregious. We now know this is the date. At the very least, LMG is now aware that Billet Labs has made a request for the return of their prototype. LMG emails back to Billet Labs. Will send back the monoblock and 3090 Ti. Somewhere between June 30th and July 6th, Billet Labs has now made it extremely clear that they want both their prototype and the 3090 Ti back. LMG emails back to Billet Labs. The block and the 3090 Ti should be sent sometime next week. It's implied that LMG has made internal requests to return Billet Labs their product. So this is July 12th. July 30th, LTX auctions Billet Labs prototype despite prior communication requesting for it back. You said you were going to send it. 3 weeks pass. Oh no, it's up for auction. Well, no, not 3 weeks. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's 3 weeks. Let's see, on the 10th, LTC sent an email to Billet Labs to inform them that their block had been sold at an auction. Billet Labs emails back to LMG, do you plan to reimburse for the money it costs? LMG Colton specifically emails back 2 hours later to reimburse them, but does not CC Billet Labs in their email, so it never reaches them. This was the first time Billet Labs had made any mention of monetary reimbursement. 4 days later, Gamers Nexus video comes out. 2 hours later, Linus himself directly emails Billet Labs to reimburse them. LTT put on August 16th, LTT puts out their apology video here. Linus says, 1, the delayed communication with Billet Labs was less than 2 business days, and 2, that they offered to reimburse on the 10th before there was any pressure to do so. One, as we now know, LMG definitely made aware of Billet Labs wanting their prototype to be returned at least 45 to 47 days or 30 to 32 business days prior. Even if Linus is deliberately downplaying this incredibly slow process of returning the prototype to less than 2 business days, it most likely would have been much longer, as they never actually emailed CC Billet Labs for an invoice on August 10th and were only prompted to follow up on after the Gamers Nexus video on August 14th. This is supported by Linus's own admission that the second he was made aware of Gamer Nexus video and or the Billet Labs issue on the 14th, he reached out to Billet Labs. 2, as Taran himself said in the apology, a tone-deaf comment, the fact that a hit piece prompted the pressure to act ethically rather than being pressured to return what is Billet Labs' work and creation is so amusing, given that was one of the major arguments of Gamer Nexus video.
As my Mima will say, used to say, a hit dog will holler. So, yipe. And it wasn't, and again, like Pusha T did to Aubrey, he shamed him into doing the right thing.
But the fact that it's like calling it a hit piece, like, dog, this wasn't a hit piece, like.
No, that was receipts.
You were being called to task for the fucked up shit you've been doing over the years.
Yeah.
That's Steve Burke protecting not only his brand, but like protecting YouTubers all over, or content creators all over, for sitting there like, hey, we do actual work. Y'all motherfuckers called us out saying we don't do that work.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's one of those things. The thing is, what sends me about this whole thing, right? Because I'm not as deep into this as the two of you are, right? I want to like put that on the level for everybody at home. Here's what's like sending me about the whole discussion as an outsider listening to this. What part of this? Part of what happened?
The link to call put in the chat showing the loss of subscribers.
Ooh, here's the thing, right? I feel like so much of this wouldn't have happened if y'all would just keep the names of people out of your mouth. Like, you could have been on your channel working on your content and leaving your next door neighbor alone, and we wouldn't be here.
Right. You could have literally
but now you're famous. Now you're out here looking like Keke Palmer's boyfriend because you want to act a fool.
Steve literally out here and said, "I'm gonna make you famous." Like, I'm gonna say, make you famous for all the wrong reasons. And instead of you being like, "All right, I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna take the L. I'm gonna work with Billet. We're gonna make our way. We're gonna figure it out. We're going to get some things together and we're going to work it out." Because I know that if my integrity means something and my name and my brand is important to me, that I got to make this right in the best possible way, in the most quiet, respectful, dignified way. Because what ends up happening when you sit up there and you double and triple down like this, all it does is say, "Oh, look at you out here fighting. Look at you out here fighting against the ability to be a good person. Look at you even becoming even more of a dick, because you could not be out here saying, 'Oh man, we totally sold a block and we sorry. Let's move heaven and earth and use up our resources to make sure that we get it right in the future,' and apologize to that.
But I feel like the argument should have been, it should never have been sold. It should have been out of that building and back to Billet
sold
2 to 3 days, like 2 to 3 days after he said he was going to send it.
So somebody needs to take the L for that.
I want to point out on that
if you'd have done right from jump, you'd have been fine. But you didn't.
Like, on that timeline,
mind your business.
July 12th, LMG emails back to Labs, "The block and the 3090 Ti should be sent sometime next week."
Right.
July 30th, 18 days later, it had still not been sent. It was sitting on a table.
And only when the video came out, then it's like they were like, "Hold on, let me double back with you."
Well, no, like, they realized 11 days later, between 10 and 12 days later, that, oh no, it was sold.
Right.
My bad. Exactly. Like, they had it on the table by name. They ain't no like, yo, they should move heaven and earth to retrieve it or to reimburse. No, they did absolutely nothing up until then.
True.
Like, again, Colton emails somebody, but it sure as shit was not the person he should have been emailing.
Mm-hmm.
But, hey man, listen here. This is what happened. Well, what happened was
we kind of sold. But we sold the prototype. But we're gonna do everything we can to make it right, and we're gonna do the best we can. But my bad. At least
okay. So just make sure you send that to Billet. What do you mean I didn't send it to Bill? Oh fuck.
Yeah.
I'll send it. And then nothing happens for 4 days.
So I can just imagine somebody out here print out the shipping label. Probably out here print out the shipping label, had the box, nothing was in the box.
I'm gonna go a step further. Box. They didn't print out a shipping label. They did not set out a box.
Because I mean, you got way too many people out here. You got way too many people in your company that you got way too many. You got way too many people in your company, my guy. Way too many. You're fucking up royally.
We covered most of that Gamers Nexus video. There was one more thing you talked about a mouse, which again triple down on the WAN show, which is their weekly podcast.
Which Which is what? Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to
about
cut you
like
off.
plastic coverings on the bottom of a mouse and why they said it was crap, even though there were instructions to say, hey, remove the plastic film and you should be okay, but they didn't do that like at all.
Which is funny because the channel that did the mouse, that's an unboxing channel. All they gotta do is take it out of the box.
But he decided to give his thoughts and they were wrong.
And they were wrong. I'm nowhere near you would consider to be an unboxing anything. I've done a few unboxing shorts for my channel or whatever. So typically what you do is you just take it out, you show off the packaging, you take the thing out, you show this has batteries, it has a cable, it has instructions, whatever, and then you just kind of show off. You kind of show it off. You put it in your hand. You be like, "Yep, I feel kind of clicky, kind of things to it." And if they'd have done a test swipe and it didn't feel right, you stop the video, you look at the directions, and then you say like, "Oh," and then you all right, time back in. Oh, it has a little peel. Oh, I noticed there's a little peel here. Let me take this peel off.
Okay, so I want to address two things here. One, Ruin said that look, they had to edit that video, and again, this was one of those edit in place things where they trimmed the part out where they talked about how the mouse felt.
Can I
out on it.
Can I talk about this for a second?
Oh, I got one more.
Don't they have an editor though?
But the editor doesn't control the accuracy of the statements being made.
So you can edit it out.
I'll come back to why I asked the editor question after you get to the end of this, because I don't want to mess you up. Please continue.
Ruin also says, how did no one look at the bottom of the mouse? People did look at the bottom of the mouse. Want to know who looked at the bottom of the mouse? Literally everyone who watched that video.
Yep.
Because they were the ones who called them out.
It's like
the audience saw it and said, hey, there's something on the bottom of this mouse. Y'all should look into that.
Yep. And it's like, but they're not really clear about taking the sticker off. Like, oh, you gotta be clear about taking. I'm like, we seen the video from the video.
We saw it. How come you didn't see it?
How come you didn't see it? The person holding the mouse? How come you didn't see it? The other people that were in the room where it happened, the room where it happened, the room where it happened. Nobody saw that tape. But us, the population who are watching videos on computer screens, television screens, phone screens, tablets. How do we see it? Maybe an Apple Watch at this point.
Damn,
who knows?
They didn't even remove that tape.
He didn't even take that tape off.
Man, I'm kind of bummed I do not have my Apple Watch. It should be here tomorrow.
When I unbox anything, I am on the hunt for tape. I am on the hunt for plastic film. I am on the hunt for everything. I set up 3 weeks ago, I set up a printer for one of my neighbors. I went on
shit out of those motherfuckers.
Yeah, they tape them. They tape inside, outside.
They don't want nothing to move.
They don't want nothing to move in shipping. So I checked the tape of every piece. I opened it up, pulled the tape. Taped on the side, tape. Lifted up the glass, tape. Lifted up the lid, tape. Lifted up the printer spool drawer, tape.
Check the
tape.
Check the tape.
Check the tape. So I'm out here checking for tape. So I'm like, how come you not check for film on a mouse?
All right, Sin. Editors.
It's just like you have editors. If you needed to re-record things, that's what you have them for. If you need to edit things, that's what you have them for.
But see, that would also mean that they would have to admit that they were wrong.
Apparently, here's the other thing too. I feel like
again, we can sit there and call them wrong. We can call them wrong, but again, you saw what Linus did. after that unboxing came out. They doubled down and said, they didn't tell us about the film. How were we supposed to know?
Right.
I mean, I feel like I'm just asking a question that doesn't need to be asked here, and I have an aversion to that, but we're gonna do that for this scenario. Raise your hand, anybody. If y'all have if you have people that you follow who you somehow don't respect more when they just go, hey, my bad about that one thing I said back here. Y'all remember when I said this? That was incorrect. Let me correct that real quick.
Yep.
I used to listen to podcasts.
Can you think of a person? Can you think of Can you think of a moment that has happened with someone that you follow and that you have any respect for that did not increase your respect for them?
I mean, it would definitely increase if they, hey, we were wrong. But we were never expecting it from him. Ever.
This is okay. You know what? I don't know things. Here's the thing, right? This is what happens when you don't moisturize and maintain your skincare routine and drink enough water. You get things like this.
Yeah.
The ashen?
From apparently from the distant Arctic hills.
He is from Vancouver, Canada.
Considering that we're about to send Tory Lanez back there, it makes sense.
All right. Now we have fully covered the Gamers Nexus video that kicked all of this off, which according to that timeline was... Damn it. Why is my control shift T not working? There we go. August 14th. August 15th. Well, no. Was it the 15th? Because this was Monday.
Wait, what?
Okay, it would have to be no, it was the 16th. Apparently, it had been cooking for a minute. It had been cooking for a minute. Because I don't know, or actually, we may actually have an idea. Because I'm not sure if the tweet is...
Now,
there you go.
plopped,
Yeah, so the tweet is in here, so we should have the date.
I plopped the Gamers Nexus video in the group chat around.
Oh, I wasn't worried about that. I was worried about the date of the tweets that went out.
Yeah, them tweets were
August 16th, so yesterday.
Yeah.
So yesterday on Twitter, because again, the fuck if I'm calling it X. We all know what the fuck it is.
Yeah,
yesterday on Twitter, as everything was starting to crumble around LMG, one of the social media employees, Madison Reeve, had posted on Twitter accusing Linus Media Group of cultivating a toxic work environment and encouraging a work culture that was detrimental to her health, as well as sexual harassment directed at her by Linus Media Group employees. Yeah, sorry, a former Linus Media Group employee, excuse me. Quote say, she was quoted as saying, "I chose to quit my role at LTC because it and the working environment I was facing were ruining my mental health. My work was called dog shit. I was called incompetent. When I would reach out to managers and try to get help with these situations, I would be told to put on my big girl pants and be more assertive." End quote. Reeve went on to accuse the company of barring her from videos after she reported being grabbed multiple times in the office and being told to calm my tits and stop being such a bitch.
Wild.
Again, this all started with just Gamers Nexus. And again, like you would think like incorrect data would not do anything, but yeah, like the fuck shit with Billet Labs and with that mouse company started one thing, But as things were falling down around LMG, and I guess people were dancing on a future Gray site, they pulled Miss Reeve, Madison Reeve, into this. Which, why? But I forget. It's the internet, and of course that's what they're going to do. Pull her into this, and had to share her story.
Mm-hmm.
And now they're like, oh no, not on my watch. They won't do this anymore.
Mm-mm.
Dog, it's already happened. What the fuck are you doing now? What did you do then?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's where we are with Linus Media Group. They are currently on hiatus from making videos to conduct internal investigations amongst themselves, and bringing in an outside agency to kind of dig into the sexual assault allegations that have been levied against Linus Media Group. Sakal says PIs are not to be trusted. Yeah. Let's see here. There's also been some statements saying like Mr. Sebastian here has been against unionization, and yeah, kind of see what's going on back there. So yeah. Any closing thoughts?
The best thing that I could say is that you need to have at least 3 or 4 or 5. Like, don't be so caught up in the opinions of just one. Always have you like varying degrees. And of course, Steve is like one of the best ones, but I also look at Paul, I also look at Tech Yes, I also look at like Greg. So I generally get my like tech news and tech review stuff from a multitude of other places. You know, Linus was like considered himself to be the big boy, the big gang in town, and you see what happens when you be the big boy but too fast, but you don't really improve, you don't really like secure your foundation, you grow up too fast, you hire. And it's this thing in tech that you know all the dude bros like to do is like, you know, it's like move fast and break things. Well, which that might be good in tech, but it's not good in business. And if you are trying to be a business, not good in
tech either,
and barely good in tech, but it's certainly not in business. And if you're supposed to be ahead of a business, you need to be able to play your business a little bit better than what you've been doing. So
I want to definitely add to what Kevin is saying, which is, especially with the way that the tech industry is like moving and changing in things, we have found out that moving stuff, like moving fast and breaking things, has like a cost to it. And it's a lot more than y'all have. Like, it's a larger tech than most of y'all can cash, where if we are just being, you know, like real about that. So with that growth better come some ethics and sustainability, or y'all gonna be out here real embarrassed. As we are learning, there's something to be said about growing past the amount of ethics you have and where that leaves you. But you know, like y'all didn't come here to hear me talk about that at length. All I can say there is they're about to learn real quick. And about that note on that private investigator, and all of the other things around it, all I can say there is don't let this be the time that you decide the minimum viable is enough. This isn't that time.
Mm-hmm. Indeed.
And like the thing is, if you want to be those things, if you want to be like an authority in your field or whatever, that's fine. But that takes like work, and you don't do that with like shortcuts and leaving things out, not going back and correcting things that you know to be incorrect. You got to do that work.
Indeed.
Like, y'all, the amount of things that I don't even want to necessarily do. I have a backlog at this point in my, between Trello and a couple of other places, of things I don't want to do because I want to make sure I do them properly and don't feel like I have the time to do them properly in the way that they deserve, so they don't get done. I would rather not do things than to do things incorrectly. And I wish half of the people with all of the audacity had that thought on occasion. On occasion, not even every time, just on occasion.
Indeed.
Also, just want to put out there, support, you know, smaller creators too.
That part.
Support the non-homogenized community if you can.
Mm-hmm.
Because if we keep sitting looking for people that look like Linus, like, I mean, it's not going to get better for the rest of us.
Like, I feel like we say that part enough that it didn't even warrant saying in particular today.
I felt like it did though. Yeah, I feel like it always does.
Obviously, but that's fine. I just wanted to be clear. It's not that I didn't think that as much as, child, the amount of times that we say that about things.
Because I'm gonna tell you something right now. You let one black tech YouTuber come out here. Like, I'll even say me. Like, the reason why I don't do benchmarks and shit is because I'm afraid I'm going to fuck something up, and that's gonna be it for the rest of us.
Right.
And I feel like that's one reason why none of us really doing it like that, because it only takes one.
We already know.
It only takes fucking one to fuck it up for the rest of us. And it's sad.
It is.
But yeah.
Everybody who has worked support in corporate spaces is having a sad moment right now, and I know y'all are. That's okay. I see you.
Yep.
So, ready to move on?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, here's something that might bring a smile to your faces. Sam Bankman-Fried is going to jail.
Who?
The CEO or the former CEO of FTX.
FTX.
Wait, FTX.
Yeah.
Crypto exchange dude.
Crypto
No,
exchange.
I was about to say, is that the crypto exchange?
It is.
Might
What?
I,
Child, the way that everybody is going to jail this week?
might I suggest a really good podcast about Sam Bankman-Fried called The Naked Emperor?
As you do almost every week.
Yep. And, you know, I'm definitely gonna give you a podcast recommendation.
No,
Okay,
I'm saying you've recommended that podcast before.
Right.
My podcast recommendation is always The Read. So there you go.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
Kevin, let me ask, what beverage on this episode should I pair with the podcast? Does this pair well with a white, a red, a rum, a whiskey? Hold up, you know something? Just for the people at home. Content warning, alcohol mentions. So, a rum, a whiskey, a Dom Perignon. Like, should I have myself a mimosa? Fine leather goods. You know, like, is this what we're doing? Is it the best day of the year?
Yeah. Pretty much. Like,
wait, I'm sorry, Ruin, whose failure shouldn't you not be laughing at? That's what I'm curious about. Because if we talk about LMG, I'm gonna laugh all day. Oh no, not the bare minimum.
You know, I'm saying that maximum excitement is required, but I am saying if you do feel excitement about it, you shouldn't feel bad. If it puts a little pep in your step on the way to the mailbox, add maybe like one extra pep.
Yeah. Like, I ain't gonna lie. When I sat there and saw that video, when Kev showed me that video initially, I was like, today's a good day. Today's just a good day.
You know, like if you were having a bad day and you're just like, you know something, after seeing these people get a little bit, just a fraction of the comeuppance they deserve, you want to supersize those fries? Supersize.
Yes,
Go ahead and get the 10-pack of nuggets.
Treat yourself.
Treat yourself.
And look,
Cal's out here. Cal is out here just like, I'm not satisfied until unclocks one of them with that chair. Not that we saw it, but if we did.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I imagine Akaz locked up was playing Invasion's head. Facts. Look, it takes a little bit, because again, it's what they like. So look, if I could sit here and be pissed all the fucking time. It just reminds me of that James Baldwin quote about, you know, being a black man in America, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can sit here and be angry all the fucking time. But no,
yeah.
I will take some of the smallest pleasures in the comeuppance of somebody who was doing the absolute worst, fucking around and then finding out. I'm not gonna lie. It's been hot legal summer and it's just been great. Indictment after indictment after indictment after indictment. It's been, oh my, thank you. Thank you.
So, Ruin,
it
depends. It depends, right? On the one hand, I was like taught from at least a religious standpoint, right? That we don't laugh at other people's failures, but I have also heard that when the wicked get their come up, is the righteous rejoice. So listen, if these people are going to jail for just being terrible people, I have been given divine permission to laugh at your ass. Like, why were you out here doing the things when that you knew you shouldn't have been doing? I'm just saying.
You didn't have to do this, but you chose to. This isn't a failure that happened by happenstance. Like, you didn't trip and stub your toe.
Or even by degrees.
Like, you chose these actions. Again, through one of those videos, I can't remember which video they were talking about, where Linus had mentioned, what was it? I could have spent hundreds of dollars in man hours or something to redo something, but I chose not to.
Mm-hmm.
You put company profits over your integrity.
Yep. Now you looking like, man, I wish I had spent that $5.
Yeah, like there's no, like there isn't a way in which like, I don't know, you could have been open and honest. You could have done the things. Oh, yes, you're right. Excuse me. This whole thing deserves it.
Capitalism.
Like you could have made the right decision. You could have kept your integrity, but no, you decided to save your money and you fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
You made a mistake that was easily avoidable. This is why in baseball it's called an error. It is an unforced error. You fucked up. This wasn't a mistake that just happened. Because no, I'm not gonna laugh over somebody who like, all right, look, we went left when we should have went right. It was a choice we made in the moment, and it just didn't work out for us. That's not what's happened here. Time after time, whether we're talking about SBF or we talking about LTT or LMG here, time after time, these white boys sit there and made a decision that was going to benefit them, only them, make them more money.
Or so
and
they
then
thought.
It fucked them up in the long run. So I'm sorry, me sitting at the bottom here said, yeah, I wouldn't have done that because I don't know, I'm not a greedy, selfish asshole. They fucked up, especially when we look at when we look at Linus and somebody said, hey, we should fix this. And he said, no.
You want to know what it's giving? And I know that this is going to take us back, and some of y'all are going to look at me like, I can't believe you said this.
I can't believe Verge said Profits Over Integrity was my high school mainstay.
It's giving under the sea. It's giving a certain submarine situation.
Right. Like, I'm sorry, you can't make me feel bad about that. It's giving the Queen's death. You can't make me feel sorry about that. I mean, sure, it may suck for y'all over there, but yeah, so that's what so yeah, Rue, it's the same concept. If they didn't want this, they should have actually took Madison seriously and actually did a proper investigation. If they didn't want this, they should have took the time to do their due diligence when putting out those videos. If they didn't want this, they should have sent that water block and that graphics card back. If SBF didn't want this, maybe not fuck around with fake money and then take it all for yourself and then try to run to the Caribbean. What is it that they say? You know, you wouldn't need to run if you weren't innocent. I mean, if you innocent. What I gather is they have too many meme lords there going off her tweets. I'm not following here. What's going on with this?
Yeah. No, I see what happens over here. From like either looking at her tweets and or the people who are replying to them. Like, part of the reason that this situation happened the way they did is because you have these people who want to be like edgy meme lords and don't take people seriously or have any respect for them.
Oh yeah, that's not what we're doing.
Oh no, Rumor's not saying we're doing that.
Oh,
It's
okay.
saying that is what they are seeing on socials.
Oh, okay. But again, like those, I mean, so yeah, in that vein, yeah, like, of course he is. That's why he's here. Do you not remember just Kevin Major shows? Not that they lacked a voice of reason, but but yeah, I mean, those are the fans of that company. Like, of course. It's like if I went over on the Twitter and celebrated SBF going to jail, who would I find? But the edgy ass meme lords who, you know, will suck the dick of every crypto bro on the planet. Just
Major,
so they can get a
please.
piece. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I go too far?
I'm just sitting here just like, TOS, we have to remember that we have those here. You know, because there is a site that this is, and there is a site that this isn't. We have a terms of service here.
That's it. All right, we're going to set up on live. We're going to set up on live, and that's where we're taking the show from here on out. We're going to the Fediverse, baby. I am legit going to set that up, though. I do need to get off my ass and actually set that up. But yeah, SBF sent to jail as judge revokes bail over witness tampering and VPN use. Boy, it's almost like somebody else who is also having some court trouble should probably see this. Because witness tampering is a real thing. Kicks at it. They don't enforce anything. No one will ever expect them to do anything. Who's talking about Kick? Who's talking about Kick? Nope. Not me. Wow, Judge Louis A. Kaplan ordered the former billionaire remanded after prosecutors pushed to have his bail revoked, citing violations that included Bankman-Fried's admitted use of VPN software that he said was to watch an NFL game, and the judge's view that he had attempted to tamper with witnesses at least twice. When is dude gonna get something done with his hair, man? Let's see. The witness tampering covered Bankman-Fried sharing documents used in a New York Times article reporting on Google Docs diary entries written by Caroline Ellison, the former co-CEO of Alameda Research and SBF's ex, who has already pleaded guilty and is cooperating as a witness against him. The other incident covered Bankman-Fried's attempts in January to contact FTX General Counsel Ryan Miller over email and the encrypted messaging platform Signal. Again, you could literally do nothing. It is free to do nothing. My guy, you look like you should be playing Baldur's Gate 3 right now. Why are you not doing that?
Do not do that.
Oh, I'm sorry, Redfall. He looks like he'd be a Redfall fan.
Kevin, come get him. Come get him.
I mean, look at him. Does he look cool to be playing any other game? This man looks like a Redfall fan. Come on.
Kevin, why?
He can't play League of Legends anymore. Riot and kicked him out.
Wait, hold on, but did they boot him out the COD lobby? That's the real question.
Now he was an LOL fan. They made that like a sticking point. Saying, "Oh, he's so smart because he could do meetings while playing League of Legends, which takes intense focus." Yeah, obviously he won't pay that much attention because he fucked up.
Can I just... All right. This is a bit on the philosophical side here.
Go on.
Why is it that we just insist on going that because someone is rich and or popular that they are also smart? Like,
because they won capitalism. Because they won capitalism.
I can do that. I play Animal Crossing too. The point being, like, there is this thing where people will just act like you have two brain cells just because you have a lot of money and not that you have walked over the backs of several people in the most unethical manner possible.
But see, that's what makes you smart. You figured out how to do that.
Most of y'all didn't figure out how to do that either. You inherited that. I'm looking at you, Elon.
I mean, Trump too.
Also, look. You didn't tell. I know you didn't say that to me with all those failed and bankrupted companies out here.
But he inherited the money, is what I'm saying.
Oh,
yeah.
I mean,
A small,
absolutely.
remember a small loan of $1 million.
Like briefly.
A small loan of $1 million.
You know, I was over here like, just drumming up business in my garage with my hedge fund manager as a dad. You know what? That is not in the tech and gaming area. I don't think. Maybe.
I mean, oh, so you want another tech? You want another tech article?
You know something? What section are we in right now, man?
Oh, we're still in tech. Like that.
Okay,
that is seriously an issue right now.
No, okay, come. Let us get to the next tech.
So
article.
I want to share good news about AirTags because everybody wants to keep talking shit about AirTags. A hidden AirTag comes to the rescue for a woman after a thief nabbed her bicycle. That's right. AirTags save you and save your shit. Stop besmirching the good name of an AirTag.
Besmirching the good name of an AirTag. Is this
right.
what you said, Major?
I did. Like hot legal summer.
Ruin truly said, I have a plethora, if you will, of things that I could choose to major in, and what I have chosen to major in is being a hater.
Yep, got that hater, the PhD. I forget what the P stands for. I forget what the P and PhD stands for.
I think it's philosophy, actually.
No. In regards to haters, it's P hater degree, but I forget what the P stands for. I'm sorry, this does not override the shitty nature of their Nope. Again, I feel like Apple did all that they could to try to make sure it was as not shitty as possible because, again, people lose shit. People get shit stolen. Again, you cannot blame a company for people being shitty people. I'm sorry. Like it has helped me locate things that I have lost. It has helped my wife locate things that she has lost.
The P is for player, by the way.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Player hating degree. Yeah. Thank you. They did not do all they could. They only implemented the fix until after the product was released. No, they had AirTag detection from day one. That was one of the main sticking points. Now, it was Apple only at the time, sure. But again, I still posit, and I know this ain't, a good argument, but I still posit that Tile did nothing. Smart tags from Samsung did nothing. Until Apple did something. Microsoft will let you uninstall more built-in Windows 11 apps soon for less bloat. So finally, you can just get rid of more Windows apps. Again, my question with this is, why not when I install Windows 11, you ask me what I want installed and what I don't want installed, and then you install the shit that I want and don't put the bloatware on my fucking PC from the jump.
That was one of my favorite things about my brief stint at working at Geek Squad was having that program that just says, here's all the nonsense that you have, and then they're just going to uninstall that shit. Made my day.
That's the one thing I like about Linux. If I want extra shit on my Linux, I can ask for it at the install process of the operating system. If I don't want it, I ain't gotta have it. Just saying.
Sounds magical. Imagine having that, though.
No, that's Apple. That's Apple. Sin, I'm sorry.
For what?
TweetDeck is officially becoming a paid service.
What?
TweetDeck is officially becoming a paid service.
Well, because of some nonsense that happened, I have had to stop using TweetDeck. So I'm just waiting for them to like go, hey, if you don't do this with this service, we're gonna have to delete it. Because you remember when I tried to go into whatever that future version was and I couldn't go back? I was just kind of like, okay, you know what? Actually, I'm good after that.
I'm not in the business of suggesting Twitter applications, but have you tried tweeting?
I have not tried tweeting. You want to know what my favorite application was? It was a Mac only application.
Twitter?
Yep. It was called Eurofukuro.
That's new to me.
And it was this really cool, like minimalistic looking, like thing for like that was a Twitter client specifically, but you can only get it for Mac.
I know I spelled it all wrong. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it.
But tweeting, let's have a look. Ah, yes, I believe you have you have explained this. Is this a thing that you use, Major?
No, because I'm not on Twitter anymore.
You said no, but you know the suggestion was also offered. You see why I'm just like interesting.
But I preface it by I'm not one to suggest Twitter apps anymore. However,
I feel like
if you had asked
the
question,
audience here understands me.
Have I used it? I would have said yes. It was my Windows tweet. It actually was my window. Well, it was both. It was both because I forgot they did discontinue TweetDeck on Mac before I left. So yeah, I did use tweeting on both Windows and Mac. Also changed the name to XDeck or ZDeck. It is actually called X Pro. TweetDeck's new name before all of this was switched to X Pro.
That's just oh my word. I can't with any of this. Once again, to quote Kevin here, embarrassing. How are y'all not embarrassed?
In more Twitter news, Twitter is slowing down links to websites Elon Musk has publicly feuded with.
It's so much petty hate. Lord have mercy. Anyway.
The website formerly known as Twitter seems to be interfering with links to the New York Times, Mastodon, Blue Sky Threads, and Substack to make them load noticeably slower. Clicking links to those websites from within X causes a significant delay in loading the web pages compared with navigating to the links from other browsers or website. The delay, which seems to be about 5 seconds, was noticed by users on the Hacker News forum and later reported by the Washington Post.
All right. Well, what are your thoughts about that, gents?
Hold on. Let's see. Let's test this.
If you have any to spare.
One, it's funny that every time I still go to Twitter, I type in Twitter and it takes me to Twitter. Hold on, let me switch this. I have not verified this. I guess I'm about to do that right now. But I wonder, like, I'm mainly wondering if it's to all Mastodon instances or anything that has Mastodon in it. Like if it has the string Mastodon. Oh, shit. I was like, what am I looking for? There we go. Kev? I mean, look, I'm looking at the two people who still use Twitter as someone who doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what Kevin, are your thoughts about this?
About what?
About TweetDeck?
Or no, about the damn it. Twitter making links to Musky Musk enemy sites go slow.
My thoughts are Didn't we already have like a whole era of accusing Twitter of doing that anyway?
Well, apparently 2.majorshouse.com is not even loading right now. Oh shit, because I spelled it wrong.
Major, not you not being don't
Shut up.
Don't be out here misspelling your own website, Major. We'll clown you for that.
So 2.majorshouse.com is working just fine.
Lovely. That's great.
But yeah, who's sharing a New York? I need a New York Times article, but I don't post anything from the New York Times.
Right.
There needs to be a tweet. There needs to be a tweet that somebody is sharing that tests it. I'm sorry, you were saying
about your question, right? Asking the questions about the things. One of the things that you were asking was like how we feel about, this change, I suppose this change of events, as it were. And I'm just like, well, weren't we accusing them of basically doing that already? So like what
slowing
like
down?
At this point it feels
Not
like
really.
No, I mean, it feels like more of a return to form than anything, because didn't we have like a thing going around for a really long time, where people were just like, Twitter is just like, like making things not visible and whatnot if you use like embedded links and things like this. I'm not even surprised that it's happening. And that's the other thing too. Elon being really shitty with people who regularly clown him because he's constantly doing some fuckery or another on a regular basis. And being like, yeah, he's blocking those people from being able to, blocking you from being able to see their websites. I'm just like, of course he is, because he's a cartoon villain.
Like, I'm trying to find...
It's one of those things where I would like to even pretend to be shocked, but I feel like it's just a waste of time and energy that I don't have. Y'all, I am old. I am an old, and as an old, I also do not have the capacity to be like, oh no, what did he do? Nonsense, because he's always doing nonsense. When is he not doing nonsense?
Right.
Please indicate on which part of the clock that happens.
Right, like that's a whole thing for me. It's like, I don't know. I mean, I guess people enjoy being on the platform still, but it's like, couldn't be me though. Also for me, there's still like, I'm not getting that 5-second delay. I don't know if it's because my DNS is pointing to a different place, so like I'm gonna need someone who's not using Pi-hole to try to do this.
Excuse me? People who are doing what?
Who are using Pi-hole?
I feel like I have several questions and I do not know if I want answers to them. I will not be asking. Thank you.
I mean, who do you think you're talking to? What answer could I give you that would not be that would be questionable? Yeah, all of this is loading regularly for me, so I don't know. Yeah, like Tech will say, like it could be DNS caching, but yeah, I'm not seeing a delay, so I don't know.
So what other good news, if we have any other good news, do we have?
No, unfortunately, no.
No more good news?
The last in tech, we may have some good news, but not in tech. This is the last tech story. An Iowa school district is using ChatGPT to decide which books to ban.
Kevin's saying it for me, so I don't have to. Carry me, Kevin. I can't. I can no longer. I am tired. Please.
So what we doing is we're using like experimental AI to be like, hey, let's ban books. It's like that's like, hey, experimental AI, which book should we ban? I feel like we're getting ever closer to Skynet, and I feel like Skynet be like, just another reason why humanity is trash. They ask me about what books should I ban as a AI. Let me go ahead and clock that in.
According to Popular Science's reporting, administrators inputted the query, does book contain a description or depiction of a sex act, into ChatGPT for each book that is commonly challenged. Quote, if the answer was yes, the book will be removed from circulation and stored. End quote. Bridget Exman, Assistant Superintendent of Curriculum and Instruction of Mason City, told Popular Science. Like, I really wonder if that's the reason why, like, rampant AI has not been a thing. It's like, oh no, we've developed it. It exists. It's just like, yeah, nah, dog. Like, y'all got this. Y'all figure to take yourselves out before we do it. You good? All right. Who's ready for some gaming news now?
Gaming news. We like this.
Embracer Group's partner who walked from $2 billion deal is finally revealed. Can you guess who it was? That wasn't a rhetorical question. I was wondering if you would guess, if you could guess.
No, I have no idea, honestly.
Kev?
Yes.
Who said no to a $2 billion deal to work with the Embracer Group that caused all those layoffs?
Was it Activision Blizzard?
No. It was the Saudis.
Yep. It was the Saudis, baby.
The Saudis did not want to be embraced.
Yep.
Or want to embrace the Embracer Group.
And to the Saudis, like $2 billion, that's chump change.
They buying up everything else. That's the thing.
They gave Jared Kushner $2 billion for nothing. You could have had games with it.
Like,
you could have had games. You could have Lara Croft, but you didn't. Oh well. GG's.
I'd like to know, like, what happened? What happened to this deal to where the Saudis were like, you know what? Let's not spend money. Or says he doesn't want to be embraced either. And news shocking no one, because boy, people have just been pissed with this game probably a couple years after it came out, but now they can voice their opinions about it because they could not on Blizzard. Overwatch 2 is Steam's worst user review game of all time. Riffle, I'm gonna let you finish, but Overwatch 2 is the worst review game of all time. But for a surprising reason. Now, while people have been kind of complaining about, hey, it just not being a great launch, I've had my complaints, but I did not take them to Steam's user reviews because I knew they would be worked out. I'm cool with that. A lot of people have gone to the reviews and say, hey, yep, shit ain't working, stuff's broken. Also, there's just been people who've been pissed with Overwatch 2 since its announcement that really couldn't say anything on Blizzard or on Battle.net. So that now they just went and took it to Steam. However, as of the writing of this article, apparently 2/3 of those reviews were coming out of southern China, where the game is no longer available. And not because it's being spammed, but because of the fact that the game was available in Southern China, but because Blizzard, ABK, and NetEase, which is publishing the game in the area, pulled the game out. So now those guys are just mad because they can't play the game at all. So Overwatch 2 probably would not be as negative as it is if it was solely about, you know, how bad the game played to people. But yeah, well, you have like a whole region just mad because they just can't play it because of some fuck shit with, you know, money changing hands. Yeah. When they finally have a place to put that pen to paper, they'll let you know. Marvel Spider-Man 2 accessibility features let you slow down gameplay. I want to say it was just before the PS5 launch when they were talking about next gen consoles over at Sony. They were saying, hey, we put Spider-Man on the new shit and we could cross the entirety of Manhattan in 16 seconds with Spider-Man. Now they're using that same technology to say, what if we made it longer for you to cross Manhattan so you can kind of, you know, play the game at your leisure, you know, help out, because Spider-Man does move really, really fast. The ability to slow down gameplay seemingly at the touch of a button is perhaps the biggest addition. Players can choose to, quote, slow down the action, end quote, to 70% speed, 50% speed, or as much as 30% speed, and can switch back to regular settings at any time. So yeah, Sony may be doing some weird stuff out there in these streets, but I mean, when it comes to accessibility, they do kind of bring it. It's bordering on fighting games fast, so this is a welcome feature. Yeah. All right, Kev, so this is what I need you to explain for me. As a big fan who's watching everything that's happening in City Skylines 2, City Skylines 2 will simulate layoffs, homelessness, and bankruptcies. Paradox Interactive introducing late stage capitalism.
Now that's wild, because I was sitting, because I was like, because I watch all the videos, and so when the thing that kind of like hit me was like how weather and climate would affect your particular area, your particular city zones. Like it would be like, you know, it would cost more to burn in summer months as opposed, and then winter months, and then like rain causes accidents. So that level of like detail is kind of wild to me, and this level of detail where it's late stage capitalism, like homelessness, having to like, how do you fight homelessness? How you fight like layoffs and jobs? Like that's a level of like City Simulator that's a lot for me. But you know, we move. It adds a little extra something to the mix. But I'm also laughing at what Takal said. Like, we need to simulate protests, corruption, and NIMBYism. Yeah.
I had to look that up.
Oh no, that is.
Huh?
Yeah.
You said you know what it is?
NIMBYism?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay. That's to say, I had to look that up.
Yeah, not in my backyard.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody close my bridge.
Oh. In
the arms of the angel.
Skylines 2 features government subsidies for new players, which take care of a portion of early game expenses and which extend to unemployment benefits for your citizens. These sources of aid decrease as the city grows and you get to grips with the game's simulated economy in which agents make decisions in response to each other and your choices as mayor.
Okay, so Kevin's immediately buying this game is what I heard.
The way he be posting shit in his Discord server.
Like, definitely gonna be playing on. It's on Game Pass. So I'm gonna be playing on Game Pass. But like I said before, we definitely doing the Game Pass to Steam conversion. You know, we're gonna play it on Steam first. We're gonna play it on Game Pass first. Figure out how we like it, try out the systems, and then we'll be like, cool, let's just shift that over to like Steam.
Let's just shimmy on over here.
Shimmy on over. Do the 2-step over into Steam right quick. So, but yeah, I'm down to be playing that. So y'all go. So when October comes, y'all gonna see a lot of like me, like not talking. And literally breaking down like economical systems because I'm like, y'all just gonna have to be prepared for that. Just be prepared.
Kevin's building Wakandas.
Yeah, she probably built my own little podunk.
Xbox introduces Enforcement Strike System. And I'm just gonna read the summary here. Xbox's new Enforcement Strike System educates players about enforcement severity, cumulative effect of multiple enforcements, and then total impact on their standing. Players can receive a total of 8 strikes. Each strike remains on record for 6 months. Each strike results in a suspension from Xbox's social features for varying lengths of time. Every player will begin with a blank slate or 0 strikes. Previous enforcements must still be completed. You got tiers. So, thoughts? Oh, here we go. Strikes. 1 strike is 1 day. Two strikes is 1 day. 3 strikes is 3 days. 4 strikes, 7 days. 5 strikes, 14 days. 6 strikes, 21 days. 7 strikes, 60 days. 8 strikes, 365 days. But there is also a way to get a permanent suspension as well as they deem fit. Pretty much, Merge. Wow, no, I'm not doing that. Moving on, coming to Game Pass, we've got Firewatch, Grizz, Sea of Stars, and the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, also Everspace 2 is available. Play up to Starfield 5 days early, starting on September 1st. Can we talk about the fact that I thought Starfield came out in the middle of the month and not like September 6th? Like, I'm really in need of finishing fucking Final Fantasy. Like, now. Or just say fuck it and move to Starfield. Or, yeah, Starfield. Quake 2. Oh, shit. I have access to Quake 2? I did not know that. Quake 2 is available right now. They relaunched a kind of an enhanced release over at QuakeCon. Oh yeah, wait, duh. Of course I have Quake 2. They own fucking ZeniMax. Madden NFL 24 early access trial is available now. And for Game Pass Ultimate Perks, Overwatch 2 new hero starter pack is available now. Ultimate Team Welcome Pack for Madden available now, and Fallout 76 Lunchtime Bundle available on August 17th. Leaving on the 31st is Black Desert, Commandos 3, Immortality, Nuclear Throne, Surgeon Simulator 2, and Tinykin. What's it called? If you have Game Pass, you have Quake 2. But yeah, I don't own the game. And speaking of Starfield, preloads for Xbox and PC through the Windows Store have begun. It is just under 140 gigabytes on PC and just over 126 gigabytes on console. So yeah, I'm gonna say for those on an Xbox Series S, get as much Starfield as you can, because when Call of Duty drops, you know you're gonna have to delete it.
Well, Call of Duty coming up right now, and I am preloading on my PC as we speak. I think I'm stuck at like
What, Call of Duty or Starfield?
Starfield.
Oh, because you said Call of Duty when you came back.
I said yes. Call of Duty, definitely so, and I'm preloading Starfield now as we speak. I think I'm stuck at like 67, which is weird.
Is this a single player game?
Okay,
Starfield?
so this isn't
Yes.
Okay.
this isn't gaming news, but this is more pop stuff that I know Major might not be aware of, but I know that Kevin definitely is. You know that whole like pair of friends who are running down the street and like doing like a little like
Oh yeah,
a bit of rap and a bit of singing?
Flyana Boss. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, fly on a boss. I'm trying to describe what the meme looks like because I don't know if people know what the names are.
It's yeah.
So it is my delight to inform all of you that they have a partnership with Peloton.
Oh, love it. Oh yeah.
So they're out here now. So they were recording a video where they're doing the whole thing, stretching and then running on a treadmill, and I'm just like, we love to see it. Because someone absolutely would have, like, at some point, if this were like a year or two ago, someone absolutely would have taken that song and profited off of it, and it wouldn't have gone directly to them. So, Let's see. The On Fleek girl walked so that these two could literally run.
Right. And run in different ways, like in different places and in different office buildings. Love it.
That's all. Y'all deserve some good news.
Yeah. Well, to keep it into tech, they did run through Google, so that kind of also ties back to tech.
And
also like real quick, and I see that face, Major. I love you. I wanted to just say real quick too, because we are here, tweeting no longer works. The reason, however, that I need to point this out, because the reason that tweeting no longer works is because Twitter has made tweet, like the newer version of TweetDeck, which tweeting does not work with, mandatory for everyone, in addition to being a paid service. So if you want to use it, you have to be in the paid service, but it forces you to use a new version, which tweeting will not work with. And the developer was just kind of like, child, I'm not updating this, especially not for something that y'all have to pay for. That's nonsense. That's not what I made this for.
Anywho, in streaming news, Twitch bans and blocks stop people from watching your streams. How I feel like it should have worked from day one. Twitch has just implemented a new feature that'll make streams unwatchable if a streamer has blocked or banned a user Only a handful of streamers can currently use it, but it'll be available for everyone in September.
Please speaking, took a bit, but glad that they finally did that.
So yeah.
So, you know, I think what we were due for, like, we only get like 4 of those a year. We like limit it to once a quarter. So for this quarter, here's your thumbs up, Twitch. Good job.
Oh, let's see here in updates. Windows 11 update fixes annoying SSD slowdown bug. Windows 11 users have been complaining for months about a bug that halved the speed of SSDs. Now there's a fix. Apparently this bug was introduced in March of 2023, but there is a new cumulative update coming out. I hate that. Okay, so it looks like it came out on the 8th. This is also in German. So that's also a thing. Allegedly, they're saying this is why your drive is slow. There's a fix for it that apparently came out on the 8th. But yeah. Unfortunately, some people are still reporting that it still may not be working for them. So your mileage may vary. Of course, free play days for Xbox. Again, saying this is for Thursday through Sunday. The Night Witch, Forza Horizon 5, Let's Build a Zoo, and Blasphemous will be available to play for free on Xbox. To which I noted, I feel like you could build a zoo in the Forza Horizon Festival and nobody would be the wiser. And with that, that's a show. Whew.
Not bad. Not bad.
I am tired. I am sweating. Like, woo.
Yeah, we did. We had to go. We had to go in. We had to go in on Linus a bit, but we pretty much kept the show pretty light.
Not for the Weedcast. Oh no.
I've not watched any anime.
On the topic.
I have not watched any anime.
I'm gonna give you a list.
I mean, I already have one. I've been so busy. I haven't even looked at that list.
Look, I'm gonna give you literally Sin basically gave you the essentials, right? The essentials for the essential oils. I'm gonna give you like the options to check out that will basically tap into the major sphere. Because have you seen One Punch Man?
I mean, I know of One Punch Man,
but have you seen it?
No, I thought we established this before.
Right. You need that. That shall be your. That shall be your
first. Is that a shonen? Does it end?
It basically, there's a second season, but we don't talk about that second season. The first season is all you need. It is like, I think it's like what, 12 episodes? It's really not that long.
Yeah, like that's my like I mean,
trust me when I say this to you. Like you will like shonen. One Punch.
Like I do like watching some shonen, right. But it's a thing of like, if I am trying to get back into anime, I do not want to get wrapped up in a shonen anime.
See, I'm gonna tell you.
Like, it's like someone saying like, "Hey, you gotta watch." Like, if you're trying to get back in anime, watch Naruto. I'm like,
okay, so
what?
Major,
no, you need to watch One Punch Man.
I'm going to explain this to you. As far as my suggestions go, most of my suggestions are going to be based on the thought. Like, let me give you a baseline. Mm-hmm. The recommendations that I'm going to have for you are: could I reasonably watch this in a weekend? And if the answer is no, I will tell you, do that later. The one that we are going to focus on right now is something that you could probably watch a bit on Saturday and a bit on Sunday and have seen the whole thing and come back to tell us about it on Thursday if you take the time to do that. Which means there are going to be 12 to 13 episodes at the low end, or maybe 20 or so at the high end, and they're going to be 20 minutes each. So you could take a total of 8 hours and binge watch the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a weekend. Like first season of One Punch Man, that's a weekend. Trust me.
It'll probably be a Wednesday and Thursday task. When I'm at home and can't have and don't have anything to do.
Because I'm gonna tell you, One Punch Man does not waste your time. Not one, because it is the name in the title is all you need. One Punch Man.
Yeah, I know. I know One Punch Man. I know Saitama. Like, I know what the premise is.
Which I think is personally great, because like the thing about most shonen things is that it takes the main character super seriously, and you have to do all of these things. And it's kind of like, listen, if this person shows up and he punches things, then like the show is over. So let's talk about everybody else.
Yeah,
right.
It's great.
Yeah, like that part, and that's why I think
it was like a fighting game that came out where it's like when you chose One Punch Man, he doesn't start in the game. It's like when you want to use him, he's just like running to the match, and he gets there late.
Yeah, he basically like gets lost in traffic, and that's where all the shenanigans happen. Is him being like, "Oh crap, I got to get to where I need to go. Where am I at? Oh no!" But once he gets there, it's like, okay, bet.
Wait, Merge managed to say the most absurd thing tonight. Oh, One Piece. I thought that also said One Punch Man. Like, no. Yeah, that is absurd. What are you saying?
First of all, if you catching up One Piece in a weekend, first of all, that's literally physically impossible.
Exactly. I'm gonna go buy a hyperbolic time chamber.
Unless you got the hyperbolic time chamber, there is absolutely no way that I will watch One Piece in a weekend. There's no way. So
no, like it's physically impossible.
It's physically impossible.
If you were up for every second of a weekend and did nothing but watch that, and you skipped the opening and the ending of every episode, you still wouldn't do it. You wouldn't have watched even a tenth of the show.
You can't even get past East Blue in a weekend.
There has to be like more episodes of One Punch than there are just like days in existence at this point, right?
You mean One Piece?
I'm pretty sure.
One Piece.
Yeah.
Like, what is the longest running anime?
It's probably One Piece.
It's One Piece.
Not even Naruto?
No.
Or Dragon Ball?
No.
Dragon Ball.
Hold on. Let's do the math. Let's do the math.
Or we can just Google it.
Yeah, that's what I'm finna Google. Dragon. First we're gonna start with Dragon Ball.
Series.
Dragon Ball episode.
According to Guinness World Records, is Saze-san.
Saze-san. Okay. Let's see. Like I said, Dragon Ball has about 6 seasons. I believe that is 105. Dragon Ball has about like 153 episodes in Dragon Ball. Now,
so according to Guinness Book of World Records, Saze-san is the longest running anime TV series for 53 years and 58 days.
Yeah.
Wow. I have run into.
Produced by the studio Aiken, the animation features Saze and her family focusing on day-to-day life in the suburbs. The show has been broadcast every Sunday from 6:30 to 7 p.m. since it began.
That's fair. That one might be it. There are like a handful of things. Case Closed and also known as Detective Conan.
Okay.
That's being discussed in
chat. Okay, so I'm looking at a thing. It's like Saze-san, that's 7,920 episodes. Doraemon, that's 1,700. 1,787 episodes. Soreke Anipan, that's 1,572 episodes. That's Chibi Moroku-chan, that's 1,359 episodes. Crayola Shin-chan, that is 1,122 episodes.
Kevin, you didn't say that.
What? What? Crayola Shin-chan? What did I say?
I enjoy you so much. Please continue.
Oh shit!
Wait, what did I say?
I'm sorry. I'm looking on
Crayola Shin-chan.
Yeah,
I'm looking
okay.
on Game Rant number 15. One
Pokemon.
Piece with 1,050 plus episodes. That's at 15. 14 is Detective Conan.
Right.
1,072 plus.
Pokemon has 1,222 episodes.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's not even on this list.
It's on my list.
Maybe it's a high. I don't know.
Like Doraemon is a beast. So I'm definitely understand Doraemon being like having multiple episodes.
1,787.
Yeah. I mean, you understand? Doraemon is literally a cultural figure.
And all he is
a robot cat.
Blue Cat.
Yeah, he's a robot. He's just a robot blue cat from the future.
And yep, Mrs. Saze-san, 7,800 plus stories, 2,600 plus episodes.
I feel like that's the Japanese equivalent of Peanuts.
I don't know. I was almost thinking like fucking Kaiju or Caillou.
No. Like, because I'm like, Peanuts was like Peanuts special was like in the 50s and 60s, so
like,
yeah, this
okay,
is close.
I'm sorry. Like, we're looking at, all right, so just episodes here. I'm gonna just look at the 3,000 for Blue Cat, right? Let's pull up a calculator. If I were to watch an episode a day, 8 years.
Mm-hmm. But see,
right,
takes.
So let's look at this. All right, so how many episodes do you think you can watch in a day?
Like when I watched Hunter x Hunter, right? And I think Hunter x Hunter, like of 2011. So it was like Hunter x Hunter, not arcs, but episodes. So no, episode.
That's how stuff made
that's,
for TV.
That was
longevity.
Yeah, that was 100. That was 104. That was 104 episodes, and I watched. Wait, is that of the 2011? Hold on, let me look 2011. Let me double check.
I'm at Dragon Ball is not even on this list.
No, because Dragon Ball through all of its iterations is probably throughout all of its iterations is probably like 500 episodes.
639.
Like Naruto has 500.
Yeah.
Naruto has 720 episodes.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, Naruto. Well, then that's weird because only Naruto Shippuden is on this list. Well, maybe it's maybe Naruto is Naruto plus Naruto Shippuden for you, and that's why it's 700.
Yeah, it's like 140, and I was watching I was 148, and I was watching like 5 episodes a day. So I cleared that in about like almost a month. Yeah, Boruto, yeah. We don't count Boruto. Boruto's not really a series. Boruto's kind of like a Where Are They Now series. It's like Girl Meets World, but with Naruto characters. It's like, oh my god, it's Orochimaru. You know, like that part.
We should stop. We gave them another weed minute.
Right.
Look, y'all gonna have to start paying for this shit now. There's too much. There's too much for y'all to not be paying me now.
So I think
I'm just saying, run the coins.
Yeah, so I think if we did like a weeb cast, I think we should probably do like a pick, like
Like it would be a series or like a movie. Or I guess the movies could, or if the movies are part of a series, and we'll figure it out.
Right.
We'll have a month to get through whatever it is we're trying to watch.
We can literally do like we can do like anime movies. We can do like
if y'all ask me,
look, Sid,
I think
Sid, I would have talked to you, but again, the app I'm using for Matrix is on the main screen. I couldn't pull it up to talk to you. Well, fine. If you want somebody to talk to,
so
hopefully this works.
Kevin is going to be like, "Hey, Major, these are things that you think you would like." I'm going to tell you things like watch Symphogear because it's cool, and like you get all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'll give you a couple like not say like the one-offs, but more like basically something that we can watch and that's relatively short, because thankfully we are in that area of anime where like anime whole seasons are like 12 to like 18 episodes, so it's not like you can't sit there and catch up with like My Hero Academia within the span of like 2 weeks, but you should watch because it's actually pretty good. But I'm definitely gonna give you. I'm not gonna recommend like Naruto and like Bleach. I'm gonna recommend like One Punch Man and definitely gonna do Haikyuu. Haikyuu's good. Haikyuu's great. You love a good sports anime. It's like how much like a good sports anime. Kuroko's Basket. I wouldn't recommend Megalobox, but definitely Hajime no Ippo if you can.
But that's more than a weekend's worth of episodes.
I mean, it is more. It is more than a weekend's episode.
But we're trying to do this once a month.
Yeah.
So that way I'm not doing too many podcasts.
Yeah. I'm gonna be checking my list. I'm gonna be checking my list and seeing which one of my favorites you can check out. Palette would do some palette. Definitely do palette cleansers. Like what's the one I'm watching right now? Campfire Cooking. That's also good. It's like 12 episodes.
That's that's what we are using.
Like Blue Lock. No, it's like 20. That's 24. That's like.
I guess I need to create an account. And I guess I also need to click that link that's in.
So, Cells at Work. Oh, Cells at Work is good.
Okay, we gotta stop this. We have to stop this.
All right, we'll wrap it up.
All right. So whatever. Oh shit. I guess outside of watching anime now. Well, shit. I can't watch any anime this weekend because I will not be here. Or at least not in the house. What's everybody else doing this week?
Kevin, by all means.
Okay. Playing a lot of Palia, and I am starting the process of whittling down the stream schedule to a bit of a manageable level for the time being, because fall's coming up, so I need that time to like basically do fall stuff because fall is coming. Fall is falling. Also preloading Starfield as we speak, and just prepping for the end of the year. Trying to be booked and busy. Trying to plan for the 40th, and yeah, for the most part, I've been playing a copious amounts of Palia. Like, if it was not for this podcast, I'd probably be playing right now. But just doing things and keeping busy and making TikToks and YouTube shorts and all kinds of shenanigans, and prepping for the literal deluge of games, even in the cozy sector. And I might take some time and actually try Venba, because it's been sitting in my computer for a minute. So I'm like, you know what? Now that I have a little free time, and before Starfield comes out, I might want to just check out Venba, and also waiting for Gunplay Odyssey to come out, because I'm looking forward to that one. That game's got a space battleship Yamato vibe that I love. So I'm definitely probably gonna be checking that out next week. That's it for me.
Sin.
So this weekend, more tabletop shenanigans as we do, and maybe doing a little bit of plotting and a little bit of planning, and visiting the library with the boothing, which is over here off screen.
Awesome. Speaking of tabletop, I'm actually doing some tabletop-y things this weekend. There is a Magic the Gathering tournament, a huge one that's happening in downtown Durham this weekend. I'll be there all 3 days, so starting tomorrow until Sunday. Managing kind of like the information / extra life table that's there. The event is charity focused, so all the proceeds that come in will be heading to us. Heading to Duke Children's Hospital, so I am definitely there for that. I will tolerate all of the card games if it means that, hey, we can help some sick and injured kids in the community. Let's see. So I forgot that there was an event that was happening that I needed to attend Tuesday. So I was luckily able to come home, get everything broken down, and go over to this church to do it. I will be going back and kind of doing it again next Tuesday. Where they were doing kind of like a podcast with community leaders, like how they got to where they were, talking about their jobs, careers, whatnot. So yeah, I'll be going back and doing that Tuesday. Which may hinder streaming stuff again if I cannot get the time to actually sit down and play video games. Which then reminds me that I probably just need to go and play Final Fantasy. May need to get over the 60 FPS bit. Just play at 30 and it's like, all right, yep, this is my life now. I will play Final Fantasy on my Steam Deck forever, I guess. Because yeah, Starfield's coming out soon. We got to get ready for that. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Staying busy. Yeah, I'm out here trying to do things, I'm just starting on them too, you know what I'm saying? Just go out there in the streets and hey, what's up? Y'all see me?
We do.
That's right. But yeah, that's all I got. You may see me online, you may not, who knows? It's a busy month. It is a fucking busy month. Yeah, shit, a whole bunch of shit's happening. A whole bunch of shit is happening towards the end of the month, and boy, I was not prepared. But I'm ready for it. I asked for it, ready to go. All right. With all that being said, I've got an anime list to look at. Apparently, I had an account from years ago, so I found it. I don't know what's in it. So yeah, I'm gonna go take a look at. We could be working at LTT. Could be. Can we see? I don't have that feature yet. But I want that feature where I want to ban Ruin for the rest of the shoot, so you can't see how we end it. Just going to be a secret. Just for saying.
Why would you do that?
Because he said we could be working for LTT. It could be worse. He was telling the truth, but but yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in to another episode of Tech Talk Thursdays for August 17, 2023. We are getting close to episode 100. What would you like to see? What would you like to see for episode 100? I have ideas, but I want to know if your ideas match my ideas, and if they do, then that's kind of synergistic, and maybe we can do something. Do something special. Maybe we don't have. Maybe nothing will happen that week. We don't have to talk about any tech, any gaming, streaming news. What's happening in October? Because it's in October. I can't remember the exact date. Actually, I think it's October 13th, if I'm not mistaken. I counted it. I forgot to put it on my calendar. But if I'm not mistaken, it is.
So
it's either the 10th or the 17th.
What I say is here, we just like have it out here and have like an episode in person somewhere.
I mean, that would be dope. I would love to find a place to do that.
We're gonna pick one of Major's like 7 houses.
Only have the one.
I don't know that.
There has to be. Can I rent a podcast studio in North Carolina?
There are like places that have like restaurants that you can go into, and they do have podcasting programs. I found that out shortly after I arrived here.
And I'm only just now finding this out? So apparently Peerspace is a thing. Oh, there is nothing here. The city that they have listed isn't even. Boo. Anywho, we go figure it out. We'll figure it out. But until then, on behalf of Syntac, on behalf of Kevy Kev, it's been your boy Mark Summers, Major Linux, twitch.tv/Major Linux, aka the Grandmaster of IT, aka your favorite streamer's favorite IT guy. And all I've got left to say to you wonderful people, that you could have been anywhere in the world, watching any stream in the world. You could have been reading the tech, gaming, streaming, neg yourself, but you said, no, thank you. We want to see you double, triple, quadruple down on why you should not be shitty to your employees and actually take some breaks and produce quality content. And for that, I say thank you. And all I've got left to say to you wonderful people is I love you and peace. How?
Wakanda forever.